So sorry, but I'm not taking off my glass.
Lockyer takes a shot, it's low! He's got it! I think he's got it!
Merlin, are you going to speak?
But for me, it was a winner. David.
Well, I'm afraid it wasn't for me, Margaret.
Thank God you're here. Grandma's been raped.
On.
Oh no.
Again.
I'm hearing my own voices. They're in my head.
Welcome back to OTAT.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Australia's only free-to-air podcast on free-to-air content in the world.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Tom.
And we're here to bring you some filthy content at no cost to you.
The closest we've come to a legitimate tagline in a long time.
It was very smooth.
It was relatively smooth.
It's like if you went to a Bunnings, which you'll never see me there, if you wanted to get the smoothest sandpaper. So we're almost at paper.
Yeah.
But there's still a little bit of coarseness.
It wasn't velvet.
No, not quite. It's not these drapes on the wall.
There's a bit of callous skin in there.
There's a bit of traction, like you're going to find on today's show.
Yeah, I hope we'll get there.
You will notice that we've retweaked. We're back in the Trademark studio, so thanks again to Dan and Ed and everyone at Trademark for letting us get debaucherous in your studio again. But
what would we do without you boys?
Probably still
We'd
be
in the apartment.
We'd be 2 bottles of wine deep in your apartment in New Farm.
Yeah, so happy to be here.
Absolutely. Just got some technical issues.
I just wish they'd give us training before they put us in these flashy studios.
Shouldn't you guys?
We go.
Should we not have some sort of adult supervision?
No. We can do this.
Look at us.
My mic's fucking sideways. Yeah, I think this is how it's meant to be.
Fuck, I know this gear's meant for also, lovely shirts for Trademark, but
yeah,
we just look like toddlers.
Yeah, absolute babies. You're overgrown double XL. Frat boy fucking, he wants PBRs.
And just the girls, mate.
Some girls.
Don't ever order me a PBR again or I'll slap you.
Hey. Look at that.
Oh, music to my ears. Cheers, mate.
Cheers to Ep 18 of On the Air Tonight.
Mm-hmm. How are you, mate?
Thanks for tuning in again, guys. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, this is episode 18, the second visual episode. So if you're joining us on YouTube, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps us and it helps get more content out there. So
there is a camera there. Just remember, just me and you.
It's just us.
I don't want there anything between the vibes, you know?
Just the microphones.
Just that's it. Yeah, do you have anything you want to say before I start reading out some crash hot reviews? Oh, well, I mean, let's not get too carried away with ourselves.
Yeah, all right. I know we've got a show to do, but let's just beat around the bush a little, all right? Let's beat around the bush, set it on fire, call it a burning bush, start a Bible.
Get biblical with it.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, man, good.
I only want to talk to you for the minimal amount of time. Don't fucking small talk me, mate.
I've got a long drive home with you, a long drive here to the studios.
Got to go all the way to Morningside.
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. I'm feeling fresh after a big weekend that we had.
Yeah, we had a big weekend. This is I think we've had a few episodes where we haven't had a piss up story to tell, but back on the horse.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in a big way.
For those who are listening, don't get your hopes up.
It's not amazing. We just got real fucking drunk.
Tom is saying sayonara to his current living premises, so he's decided to have a house cooling party.
Yes, a see you later, Sydney Street. I can say the name of the street I live on. It's fine.
I've already said the suburb.
It's New Farm, Sydney Street.
It's only going to take a matter of time for one psycho fan to find out where you are.
I'm doxed. But no, we figured we'd give one last hoorah to the beautiful apartment. So that's what we did, and it was sizable. Ended up being quite big. Probably like at its peak, there was maybe between 30 and 40 people in my apartment, fucking stomping around.
Which doesn't sound like a whole lot. It's probably towards the peak of what you can have in current COVID times. I think that the limit is 50.
Is it? Is there a 50-person limit?
I think there is, yeah.
Okay. We were probably pushing it. Yeah, under 40, I'd say.
For a 2-bedroom apartment, you're definitely pushing it. Like, I should say 1.5. Like,
that's the thing. It's like 50 people in fucking 7 acres is a bit different to 50 people in New Farm Sydney Street.
40 people in my place, like you could probably hide most of them.
Yeah.
Not flexing how big my house is. I rent, so with 5 other people.
All right, huge cock.
Yeah,
I got a whole room just for my dick. Yeah.
Still not big enough.
Still looking for another room if anyone's got one. But no, we had a good night. We Jacob came around. He had another party to go to.
I'm an important guy. I had to go to a 21st.
So his dick got to mine way after he got there. He was in 2 places at once.
I was feeling a bit raunchy, so my dick got there before me.
Yeah, way before. So I bullied him into coming, and I tried to get him out of going to his initial party, but he's like, no, I gotta go to the other party. Then I'll come to yours. I'm like, okay, sweet. I'll compromise, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You ended up getting to mine at maybe 10.
I reckon it was about 10:30. Yeah. I left the party that I went to around 10.
Yeah. And we'd started drinking at like 4.
So you guys were already half cut, and I think I went to this first party around 7:30.
Yeah.
On the dot, and obviously wanted to come to yours, but had other obligations.
So you arrived eventually, and apparently you told me today that I called you.
So I was at a 21st and felt fucking mighty old at only 26, but like at a 21st when everyone else is, just like, oh yeah, I'm just going into my 3rd final year of uni and rah rah, and I'm just like, true,
Granddad over here.
I remember when I was your age, not going to uni.
You felt old your whole life. Your 21-year-old uni mates. You're like, I'm too old for this. Can I hang out with some 26-year-olds?
I've seen better days.
Can I hang out with some 18-year-olds? These 21-year-olds are fucking nerds.
There was a bathtub full of Summersby, so I was like, oh, just takes me back.
But it wasn't all bad.
And then I ended up leaving the party, and as soon as I left at like 10 o'clock, and literally leaving the place, like closing the front gate, my phone started buzzing, and it was Tom just yelling at me, just like, "Hey, where the fuck are you?" It's like, oh, do I come over if he's going to be in this sort of mood?
Why are you so mad?
Just the abusive father tone with me straight away. Where the fuck are you? Bring drinks.
Yeah, so you were like, yeah, I'm coming. I've just got to go to the Bootleg first. I'm like, that's sweet. While you
definitely wasn't the tone you were taking. Yep, that's fine, mate. No worries.
I mean, only one of us remembers this, so it's real he said, she said.
I said, drunk said, yep.
Yeah. And you went to the bottle shop to get your own beers, and I was like, oh, while you're there, we're running a bit low on drinks. Can you get me some vodka?
I was like, sure.
Yeah, like, sure. Well, like a 700 mil.
What can I get you? Yeah, just a cheeky Smirnoff, some Mishka.
No, can you get me a liter of Absolute vodka?
Get me the top shelf stuff, third shelf.
Did
stuff.
I ask for Absolute? I can't remember.
You didn't ask for a specific brand, but I was like, oh, look, I can either get him like a liter of like Ruskov or something that's going to taste like paint thinner.
Yeah.
Or I'll get, I think Absolute was on special.
Okay.
For 60,
it wasn't a bad price, 64 all up.
$60 and then, yeah, 4 for the
soda water that I also demanded.
You were like soda water, and I was like, all right, and so maybe like, what if they don't have that? Just lemonade. You're just like soda water. It's gotta be. I can't get the extra calories. All right.
I'm watching my figure as I'm just throwing party pies into my face.
Yeah, rock up, and you're just completely half cut, like pulling 40 party pies out of the oven. Just, hey, who's ready to party? Because I got the pies.
I've also got sausage rolls. If you're just trying to keep it chill,
dude. Yeah, and then like you handed those around. And I was like, and then I like walked back into the kitchen.
I do not remember doing that at all.
I walked back into the kitchen, and you were getting the fry pan going and cooking up some
vegan sausage.
Some vegan
sausages.
And I was like, have you not got enough? Or you're like, nah, you need to get the sausages going, mate.
Well, I'm not eating the party pies, and there are a few vegans there. So.
Look, to be fair, there's barely any meat in those party pies.
Yeah, no, that's true. They probably are a vegan option. But then, yeah, you got there. You're like, here's the vodka, man. I was like, yeah, sweet, just put it there. I'll crack into it later. I wake up the next morning, unopened.
Unscathed.
Just didn't touch it. I was like, fuck. how much do I owe you? $64.
I could have just taken you to town. I was like, well, they were charging post 10 o'clock prices, so it'll be
10 p.m.
So I'm going to need 30 Bitcoin.
Yeah. Thank you for not ripping me off there. But it was, we did get complaints that night. It was a real 4 a.m. Yeah, apparently someone came around.
Did ya?
Yeah, you're learning this for the first time as well, as I did yesterday. Apparently someone came around and knocked on the door and was like very rightfully so. They were like, turn this fucking music down. There are kids in the building. And I didn't answer the door, I don't think. I just would have been somewhere in there just fucking out the back, just drinking.
Because I probably left at about 2:20, 2:30 around that time.
And it hadn't happened?
No. It was like the music was off. It was just like 5 people chatting, just in a circle, just like, oh yeah. So we've hit just like the
it's this part of the night.
Yeah, the 11th hour sort of feel to it. I was just like, it's closing time.
Someone put the drones on.
yeah.
No, well, my roommate said he went to sleep at 2, and it was like, all right, he just went to sleep and turned the speaker way down, and then because he was connected to the Sonos on his phone, and then after he went to bed for maybe 10 minutes, he just saw the phone, the volume on his phone just sliding up slowly on the Sonos, and it was me just going, nah, we're turning this back up.
We're gonna.
It's not even 3.
We're partying one more time in this place. We've never gotten a noise complaint before, which shocks me. The amount of times we've just gotten so loud at your place. I'm like, do your other people in this apartment care? And you're just like, nah, just turn it up, keep going.
It's sweet.
I don't want to hear you talk. I just want to listen to fucking Creed at the top of at the top of the bass.
Well, you don't get off scot-free because Charlie said he went out on the street for a second to say goodbye to someone, and all he could hear from the top of the apartment was music and you. Your voice just laughing.
When was
at
this?
The top of your voice. When he went out at I don't know, 3. It was just you.
Couldn't have been 3 because I was already gone.
Well, okay, 2. It was a time that you were there.
Oh, all right. Yeah, changing the story.
Conveniently changes. He didn't give me a timestamp, but he said he went out the front, he could hear you, and then he just said you grabbed the karaoke microphone at one point, and you just screaming into it.
If that was me, that was definitely before 1.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have any recollection of the night, so what leg do you
I've
have
got no
stand?
frame of reference here. I'm going all off what someone said.
And also, if there's a complaint about my laughter, that's your fault for being such a charismatic guy, okay? So
I'm sure it was only one person you were laughing at.
Stop being... Yeah, it was myself in the mirror. Just, look how big your dick is, man.
You're so good. It's that.
The life of the party, just laughing at yourself in the mirror.
All right, guys, I'm here. I'm just going to be in the bathroom by myself for an hour and a half.
Yeah, lock the door, which, by the way, love the decor in your bathroom. Just you walked into Tom's main bathroom and there was it's a sliding door with one of the little click locks, which usually never work. They're just there for show.
Yeah.
And on the basin, there was just a steak knife. And a big A4 piece of paper, just don't lock the door. If you do, you're locked in there for the night. If
you lock it, you get locked in, and you're fucked.
Yeah, and then it was you just use the knife to jimmy open the lock. Don't use it as self-harm or something.
Yeah, don't self-harm. I don't know who wrote it. Someone kept asking me all night, we need to make a note because there's been 4 people stuck in the bathroom already.
Oh, was it not there already before the night started?
No, it just happened throughout the night because 5 people got stuck in there and were Tom, they were just knocking for ages.
This is just Darwinism. We need to just leave them in there.
So it ends up all the idiots in a pile in the bathroom.
Just wait for the next idiot to try and open it. Yeah. How are they going to pile up if the door's already locked?
Throw another one in.
Unless 4 people are going in at once, and I don't know why that would happen.
That would never happen.
They're just spotting each other.
Not at my parties.
No.
But so I was we made a racket. I'm going to get in trouble for this. It's fine. I'll deal with the repercussions eventually. You went home at 2:30. Not much more to report on the night.
Yeah. My alibi's set. I can show you the Uber.
Yeah. I wasn't there. The next morning, okay, so context, the building manager lives right next to us in our building.
Oh.
So it's a really sweet old couple named Graham and Roz. Dox them.
What are they, 50, 60?
They're 60, retired. They own the place. We're on really good terms with them.
They own your apartment?
No, they own their apartment.
Oh, right, okay.
We're on really good terms with them. Every time we've had a party, we're guys, we're just going to have a party. We're going to have a few people over, like
It's having a small gathering.
just a small gathering. And we let them know every time. They're always super appreciative. We're like, there will just be a few people. It won't be too late. And they're like, that's fine. Go for it. We remember when we were young, party hard. Point is, the next day, after saying, we're just going to have a few people around, it's like 10 a.m. the next day. We're cleaning up. The floor is just like a nightclub. Sticky beer. Someone's literally just been pouring beer all over the wooden floorboards, it seems like. It's like caked in dirt and grime. I'm 10 a.m. the next day, hungover as a dog, emptying cans of goat into just cans of beers and vodka bottles into the recycling bin downstairs.
Yep, big one.
Big skip bin. And who fucking comes across but Graham and Roz. And I'm like, oh.
Just brace yourself for impact.
I just can't even think of anything. I'm that hungover, and then I get into the lift with them, so I didn't have the wherewithal to take the stairs. I just like, I'm just on autopilot. I'm like, I was just
stinking of piss.
Yeah, this is the way up to my building, I guess. I'm in the lift with them, and I've never seen someone's tone shift so much from one day to the next. They were so lovely the day before, and then just disappointed dad the next day. It was fucked. I was
hey, Roz and Graham, hope we weren't too loud last night.
I didn't even kick it off. Graham goes to me, bit late and loud last night, mate. And what can you do? I was just holding my empty box of recycle cans. I was like, I'm so sorry. So I was like, I turned to Roz because she's usually the nice one. I'm like, could you hear us? And she was like, no, it wasn't too bad. And Graham's like, yeah, we could hear you.
Sugarcoating it.
It was 4 a.m. and the music was maxed. And then Graham just goes, mate, you won't get away with that in the new place.
That's just like code for saying, I can't fucking wait to see the back of you.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, sorry again. And then we borrowed chairs off them as well. That's how nice they are. They're like, yeah, have a party. You probably need some more chairs, right? We're like, yeah, we could use some. They were like, yeah, we'll give them to you. So on the way out, I'm just like, I'll drop those chairs off later. And later that afternoon, I just scuttled past and just left the chairs at the door. Didn't even knock.
Oh, you're a
cowardice.
You're a dirtbag. They do you the favor of fucking lending you the chairs. You probably didn't even clean them. Were they just like the plastic ones? Or?
No, they were like wooden ones that folded out. They were like half good.
Yeah, I do remember those.
He sat on one of those.
Yeah, they had nice cushions and everything.
Yes, I put some cushions on them.
Yeah, don't bother cleaning those. They're disposable.
And I've just been like scurrying through my hallways ever since.
Oh, you know what, mate? Fuck them. Because so much for we were young once. Well, clearly you weren't. Clearly you were born 60 and fucking pissed off. If
you're old, boring, to be inconsiderate.
I just want to reiterate. I left at 2:30, and the music was either off or at its most minimal. Like it was very much like 5 people just sitting around at like a campfire sort of situation of just quiet chatting.
So were you there when Nick was singing Hunters and Collectors?
No.
Okay, so that happened after you left, and he said he was just going at the top of his lungs.
Fuck, I thought he was not far for bed after I left. But
yeah, he finds a second wind sometimes.
Yeah, he'll hit like a coasting period for like an hour or so in the night, just chilling. Yeah, hey out. Hey. And then he'll just come out and be like, let's go, get the creed going.
Yeah, I think he might have had a little bit of help there. Yeah, so an extra shot of vodka maybe.
Yes, yep. He broke open the Absolute.
Yeah, Absolute filth playlist.
And then closed it again and left it for you. And like topped it up with water.
It's been $64 for you, Tom. I'm not paying a cent.
I'm not taking a bar of this.
So, goodbye Sydney Street. Hello, New Horizons.
Yep.
Wellesby Street.
Goodbye.
Dox me before I even lived there.
Yeah, Roz and Graham are going to find this podcast and be like,
fucking know where they are.
Out with the old new farm, in with the new farm.
Yeah, they're just over the road new farm.
Is it still near the park?
Yeah, just walking distance. It's literally 1 block over from my current place.
Oh, so we can
like a 2-minute walk.
We can still go down with a 6-pack and heckle the average soccer players on a Saturday.
The under 10 soccer league.
You call that a kick, you Mary?
You Mary. up new farm. Up the green.
Get the vuvuzelas out.
Green and white. I've got a little Juliet balcony on my room, so it's like it really feels like you're in Italy.
Oh, so you got the balcony?
Well, it's yet to be discussed, but
Yeah, okay.
I think I've got the balcony.
Because you got a housemate you're moving in with, and it's a 2-bedder, and the balcony's only on one bed, which is
it's in one bedroom. Yeah, but I think
the balcony's in the bedroom.
It's like through the bedroom. Yeah, no, not in the bedroom, but you go through the bedroom to get to the balcony.
Defeats the purpose if they just built.
It's an indoor balcony.
Built a railing around the fucking side drawer.
This is nice. Sipping a coffee in the morning.
Wish I could have a cigarette.
What a view
of my own bed. Watch your head. Still getting used to the new studio. Tom's just gone and headbutted the elbow of the microphone.
Ooh, so yeah, we'll have a new housewarming when we're over there and piss off some new some new tenants.
Yeah, get kicked out before the 6-month lease even gets started.
No.
Say goodbye to that bond.
That's that plan. But I think I will have the balcony. It'll be nice. I think I'm going to trade the balcony room, the bigger room with the balcony, for the car spot, because there's only one car spot.
Listen, you got to make compromises.
It's only a fair trade.
You're an adult now.
Yeah. Looking for some direction here. You're like, I don't care. Do what you want.
Look at me, mate. I'm wearing 2 shirts. I don't have my life figured out.
One's unbuttoned.
I can't dress myself. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt with board shorts that don't match.
You're shot, dude. Hey?
Come on, mate. Don't worry about the cameras. It's just you and me. Oh, it's going to suck for any Spotify or Apple podcast listeners. Like,
we won't get too visual. It's fine. No, sorry, go.
Jump on YouTube and just give us a watch.
Yeah. Yeah, you dogs. Oh, if you're watching YouTube right now.
Yeah, Tom's picked up some cheeky merch for us, or for himself, I should say.
I didn't do this.
Oh,
fans did this for us.
Is that our bootleg merch already?
I can't even get my hands on this.
And you're supporting it. Well, you've got your hand on it right now.
I can't. I don't know where this came from.
Listen, I can't get my hands on it, but I've got fingers wrapped around it as we speak.
This is hot stuff. And then that's probably a bit hard to say.
We've printed ourselves out a little graphic for the again. If you're not on YouTube, jump on YouTube now and give us a watch.
Again, we didn't do that. I don't know where it came from either.
This is just
I didn't organise this.
Looks professionally made, but by who? Mystery fan.
Some crazy fans, dude.
Keith Slimcock, you've done it again.
They'll do anything. Yeah, we put Jamie to work this week on the merch.
He's out printing more bootleg stuff, so he's not making an appearance, unfortunately. But well, I think I reckon we give a little shout out to some of our reviews that we've gotten this week, because I believe we got some very positive feedback on the show, which is the only type of feedback we do air. All the negative stuff is not heard of.
All the negative stuff doesn't happen.
It's on a ship to Guantanamo.
We've got one. We've got the resident reviewer. We've got Paprika back on the train.
Papk. My man,
part Australian, part cheese. Paprika Pat. Part cheese.
Part cheese.
Part Australian, part Chinese.
Yeah.
Part Aussie, part Hawaii.
Yeah, my mum's Italian, but my dad's cheese. You nonce.
You fucking melon.
We're never going to hear the end of this from the Chinese Communist Party calling the cheese Communist Party.
I'm part of the cheese party. Where are you from? Okay.
No, go on.
No, nothing there.
Where are you from? Yeah, I'm just cheese.
Cheese.
What are you speaking? Cheese.
Cheese Town. Korea, Cheese Town.
God, I really want cheese now.
All right, so this is from part Australian, part Chinese. 5 stars on the Ramsey episode. Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares. We'll get there. We'll get there. No. Don't worry.
We need Jamie back. We've got no direction.
I was going to say.
We've been talking about a house party. You nearly got kicked out of your own house for 20 minutes.
Keith. 5 stars from Paprika. Good to see the boys' faces on camera. Excellent choice. So Dad went and watched the video. Great. Good to see the boys' faces on camera. Excellent choice again of what TV show to review. Old style Ramsey is not possible in 2021. It would upset too many people.
Well, he's still going.
Hot take, or could Ramsey do what he did in the old days today?
Come on. What do you mean?
You reckon he could?
Absolutely. I think he's still going, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
so you've got beef with Paprika now. You guys are teeing off.
I mean, listen, if he's going to be throwing out fallacies against Gordo, Like my,
I think it's out of admiration. I think he's going, man, them were the good old days when you could just yell at chefs. But I suppose you can kind of still do it.
well, I feel like he's just got to pick and choose. Like he can yell at any white restaurant owner that he wants, but as soon as it's a minority, he's going to get some sort of microaggression call against him for sure.
Or like if there happens to be a trans chef or something, it's like
cancelled.
Yep. Watch your footing there, Gordo.
And the only way he gets back is Gordon Ramsay transition.
Racist Ramsay.
Gordette.
Gordette Ramsay. Gordois.
What the fuck is this? I asked for a sausage pizza.
Oh.
I've said enough. These goldies aren't doing much yet.
I didn't know I could have sausage and melons on the same plate. Transphobic Gordon Ramsay. No, transition Gordon Ramsay.
Now you've said it because he channeled our spirits just then. Yes, Gordon Ramsay wouldn't survive in 2021.
Yeah, no, exactly. We've got one more review to read out. This is...
Did Pap give us 5 stars?
Yeah, 5 stars from Pap.
Proceed.
No slip of the thumb this week.
Thank God.
This is more a general review, not of a particular episode, just of the whole show, which is what podcast reviews should be. Mm-hmm. Don't tell Paprika. Excuse me. This is from Jace Meg.
Ah, okay.
5 stars.
You can smell them from here.
Talk about fucking part cheese.
Part arsehole, part cheese. That should be his nickname, not Jace Meg.
This is from Jace Megs. 5 stars. It says, stick with this one, it's long.
Oh, here we go. It's going to take up the rest of the app.
As my Brisbane to Tasmania flight takes off into terrible turbulence, I grip the seat divider, praying for dear life, knuckles whiter than a Sky News panel. To the left of me, a tiny lady experiencing hypnic jerks like it's going out of fashion, further pushes me down my paranoid rabbit hole. Don't know what hypnic jerks are? Google it, you pea brain.
Rude, I don't.
I don't either. Haven't Googled it. To the right, a pig-like entity scoffs down her third coconut bounty, share size might I add, whilst plugging into an entire season of Big Bang Theory on her iPad. Dunno what offended me more, her criminal taste in confectionery or her shocking choice of show. So there I was, shoved in between these two paragons of humanity like a sardonic sardine. I'm sure Jetstar would have thought a 6'4" unit like myself would appreciate that. Fuckwits. In times like these, there's only one escape. The Dre beats come on and I tune into my favourite podcast. If you're a lonely cunt like myself, you'll know there's no better mate simulator out there. On the air tonight is a fantastic pod hosted by 2 very funny lads. 5 stars. It's kept me kecking through many a dire circumstance. P.S. $1 in the jar every time Tom says, really holds a mirror up to society.
Shots fired just specifically at Tom this week, clearly. Jace Meg,
He's clearly got a favourite.
really
Wait for the
digging
PPS. There's more to come. You're not out of the woods yet.
Oh, no.
No, it's actually a good one for you. PPS Jacob, bring back carte blanche was a V good meme. Just you saying carte blanche at the start of every episode. This is free.
It's been... That's how long. All right, well, guess what, Jace Meg, you've got your wish is my command. You lost me when you said Dre beats, but you've got me back with the nice request.
Yeah.
This episode is carte blanche just for you, Jace Meg, and everyone else listening or watching.
Jace Meg out.
That's a lovely review. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Jace Meg.
I feel like that's a job application. That's him saying, I want to be the guest on the show.
Yeah, that's him going. Am I written funny enough? My written word funny enough?
Jace Meg, we do have a 2-syllable limit on the show, so you can't be using any eloquent alliteration like you were
throwing $4 words around like that.
Tasmania turbulence, that's not going to roll in here, pal.
Yeah, sardonic sardines. No. We don't like alliteration here, dog.
Hypnic knee, what was...
Hypnic jerks.
Hypnic jerks?
No, we don't know what it is. Don't insult us for not.
If only we had Keith here. Or Jamie.
Mate, if anyone's going to be the first guest on the show, it's either Jamie or Keith Slimcock. So take a number, Jace Meg.
All right, yep. The line is long.
The line is long. The line, it's like a Coles like a Coles Deli checkout.
But
give me my Cheerios.
No, it's 10 items or less, mate.
So champion. Is
But
100 grams all right?
only if you put avocados through his onions.
Do you ever get? I went to Coles today and I went, "Can I get 100 grams of sun-dried tomatoes?" And I already knew it was too much. She weighed it and went, "Is 80 all right?" I was like, "Perfect." It's like it's not.
It doesn't
20
seem
grams.
like that much. 100 grams.
It's more than 100 grams of sun-dried tomatoes.
Is that a
more.
large tub?
It's 100 grams. It fit in a small tub.
How much did 80 grams of sun-dried tomatoes cost?
It was about $2.
So you can't get 100 grams, which would be like, what, $3.50 or something?
Yeah, not cheap. Are you saying I should have got 100?
I would be like,
I didn't need that much. I'm saying 80 was heaps when I looked at it.
And then why'd you ask for 100? Because you didn't know.
I didn't know. So, yeah, 100 grams of sun-dried tomatoes is more than you picture it as.
All right. I see where you're coming from, but
Still not happy about it, are you?
I would have, well, I mean,
Really dragging me through the coals here.
not so much angry at you, but angry at the deli professional.
Yeah.
For saying, nah, you can't get the extra 20.
No, she was saying, "Is that okay? Do you want another 20 grams?"
And I would have been like, get it close to the mark, love, or I'm talking to the boss.
100 grams of this? I've got 80. Is that all right?
I don't know. Can I take a fifth off your paycheck, you cunt?
He's getting
Just
I'll get 80% of your fucking wage. It's that same thing.
Just tee it off at someone working at Coles. What happened to us?
Can I get 7 Cheerios? I've got 6. Is that all right?
Unbelievable.
I asked for 7.
Is me speaking to your manager okay?
Gonna finish at 6 or 7 tonight, huh? Meet me in the car park at 6 or you choose.
Sir, it's 10 in the morning. I finish at 1. 6 or
I'm
7.
on stock take.
6 or 7, love. Enough sun-dried tomato talk. Let's get on to the content.
Enough delicious deli discussion.
Listen, clearly,
I'm thinking like fucking Jace Meg over here. Delicious deli discussion, sardonic sardines.
listen,
Got me in the alliteration.
after all that wordplay, I think I need some therapy. And there's no better man to turn to if you want therapy than Dr. Phil. We're ramping up our psychological help here by going to the Dr. Phil.
Honestly, I think you'd get more help from TX than Dr. Phil McGraw.
Even if TX didn't help, you're not getting psychological detriment to yourself for the rest of your
You're
life.
not doing any worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched an episode of Dr. Phil.
We did. If you don't know who Dr. Phil is, you're probably far better off in life.
Yep.
You've clearly never chucked a sickie when you didn't want to go to school and then watched Oprah running into Ellen and then Dr. Phil.
Daytime TV'd yourself. Can I read the official Dr. Phil bio? Yeah,
synopsis, please.
It's just on every episode. Join Dr. Phil McGraw as he takes aim at the critical issues of our time, including bullying, drug abuse, domestic violence, depression, child abuse, suicide, and other various forms of mental illness.
The good stuff.
the hard hitting, the issues that matter. That's Dr. Phil.
Well,
Where would we be without him?
They do matter, but Dr. Phil, they matter to Dr. Phil in a different way. For most of us, it's like things we trawl through in life as far as trials and tribulations. But for Phil, it's like ka-ching.
Yeah. Ooh, baby. You guys are all sorts of fucked up.
Sorry, more problems, more money.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Love that.
Thank you.
No problems, more money. I heard this song by Biggie Smiles. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it and make a career out of it.
You're loving your Biggie Smalls this week, aren't you?
He sings Mo Money, Mo Problems, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Do I look like I listen to Biggie Smalls, mate?
Juicy.
Yeah, so if you
Yes, yes, you do. To answer your question.
Oh, mate, it was all a dream.
What did you think of this episode?
Look, it had its ups and downs. I mean, you don't watch Dr. Phil if you're looking for some sort of story arc or something that you're going to get incredibly enthralled by or stimulated. Like, you watch it because people have got problems and you're like, yeah. And then you want to watch him be an idiot about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like the modern day freak show, really. We've talked about this before. It's really holding a society, a mirror up to society.
All All right, we need a piggy
Didn't
bank.
take long. Yeah. Cha-ching.
I was thinking before the show started for us to clean up our act a little bit, we should probably put like a swear jar in the middle of the table. But then we've got to get coins. And
No, we'll just have a swear jar for a mirror to society.
all right, well, that's twice.
Please. No, it's just like you watch it to feel better about yourself. Mm-hmm. Usually that's the case. It's like, oh, she hits her kids. I don't do that.
It's just drivel. Like
Yeah.
it is just drivel at the end of it. Like it's daytime television for a reason. Like you're not watching it because you're like, oh, where's the remote? Dr. Phil's on.
Yeah. No, it's on in the background. It's passive viewing.
But as far as this episode goes, I think we both started in the same place of like, get a load of this one, which
Yeah.
I think is what you do every Dr. Phil episode.
Yeah.
And you love a little bit of the drama. The drama's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
But the problem with this one is that this one was obviously filmed in the thick of Corona or the thick of COVID, like in lockdown. So like, there's no audience. The only physical audience member there is his wife, who's just sitting there like a ghost, just like mannequin mode, just
front row, best seat in the house.
like a smile that doesn't flinch, like Botox to the gills.
Yeah. Yeah. Her face is
Frightening.
to say the least.
Yep.
And it's a whole crowd full of, I mean, there's no crowd, but the Dr. Phil COVID edition is just like 40 different audience members just Brady bunched onto the screen behind him on their laptops. And if they ever need to cut to like a clap or like, or a nice moment, they just bump up the...
Yeah, they constantly, every commercial cut, they just cut the producer just like as if they're in in Houston shooting off the next the next Apollo
NASA studio. Dude. All right, Annie.
We need more applause. Okay, no, turn it down. It's too much. Too much.
Bring in some craziness. Okay, sweet. And a little bit of depression and
oh god, Phil's teeing up. We need to cut to commercial.
Phil goes on a big rant and then she's like, all right, he's coming across a bit crazy. Put some applause in there.
Yep.
Make it seem like he's still liked.
Which is like his own form of like warm milk for an upset child.
Yeah.
Like he's like, you're a bad mother and you're doing this. And just like cue the applause. And he's like, we're going to cut to commercial.
Yeah. And that calmed me right down, Darlene. I watched an episode today, yesterday when I was working. It was a separate one.
Don't let the big boss hear this, mate.
But they put a laugh in. Like he literally like cracked a funny and then they pumped up the like 40 different women and their respective laughs in their different rooms.
Canned laughter. Yeah, so they've got the faces of all the staff on the screen. Yeah.
Staff.
I was literally just thinking these aren't audience members because unless they're paying them.
No, they'd be audience members, I reckon. They'd be like they'll give it away on a radio show. Like, hey, want to win tickets to Dr. Phil live session?
Do you want to win tickets to sit in your living room? Fucking tune it at this time and watch us on Dr. Phil bullshit for the next 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because those things, obviously the episodes are 38 minutes in duration if you do have ad blocker on.
Blocker roadshow. Ad blacker. I think my ad's been blacker.
Odd blacker. If you've got
just
ad
KFC ads.
Oh god, we're getting cancelled after this week. But that's what I mean. Is I feel like the people on the screens, like it's not real.
Yeah, no, they would record them for like a good 10 minutes and then be like, sweet,
just loop it.
Yeah, react, sweet. We've got you laughing, we've got you crying, we've got you applauding, sweet.
Yep, just run a GIF on the screen.
Yeah,
for the rest of the time of them just
just boomerangs of them.
Just reversing every time. This is why you need to get on YouTube.
No one sip any water. No one move. Just kind of sit there. It's still like,
yeah, one guy sneezes. Fuck, we got to cut Jason out. Oh,
his headphones fall halfway down his head as well.
Yeah, look, if we have transcended to visual, so probably 20% of our bits so far today have been visual. So you definitely need to jump onto the YouTube channel. Give us a watch.
It's really hard to explain GIFs. GIF Dr. Phil audience members boomerang repeating. It's really hard to convey that over audio.
You get the gist. You get it.
You get it. Move on.
Fucking just
watch the video.
Just deal with it. God, we're lazy. But this episode, so they talk to Monica, a mother of 4. After they cut to the psycho shots of Dr. Phil's wife, who has an amazing end to the show, but we'll talk about that later. Mama for Monica, who just like first impressions you get is just like this woman's just got a 1,000-yard stare. She looks like a psycho. Honestly, the way I described her is like Aldi Michael Jackson, just like pale white skin, these weird straight eyebrows, like just looks super crazy.
Yeah, she was scary. If you put her in like in a haunted house, she wouldn't be out of place.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
as a goer or one of the props.
As a prop and a patron as well. I guess she's the kind of woman who would enjoy a good spooky haunted house.
As a person who's 40 years old and still going to haunted houses.
Yeah, she could be that. And then they just keep her there. They're like, "We told you to be inside the exhibit. We've got patrons coming through.
Come on, Monica, we need you to get you back in there.
Scare some people.
All right, just take 5.
I just got to swear at my kids for another hour, please." That's how she scares. That's how she scares kids. Just this. Okay, so this woman literally, I feel like I'm jumping just doing your job right now. But the reason she's on Dr. Phil is,
come on,
is her biracial children have accused her of just hurling racial slurs at them all the time.
Talks about her having her first kid at 15, and I mean, I don't want to assume, but the 3 of the 4 kids they showed, one was black, one was Hispanic, and one was white. So
I thought it was 3 black and 1 white.
But I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, go on.
The eldest was Hispanic.
I thought she was black.
She's a minority
She wasn't Hispanic.
At the end of the day. Let's not 2 white blokes start playing. Oh, what race?
Identity politics.
What race was she? That's the real.
Welcome back to Guess What?
That's the real crux of the show. Dr. Phil just wondering. Now I just have to ask you, Katrina, are you black or are you Hispanic?
Who's your daddy? I got your mummy right here. I can't tell her race for the life of me.
But so clearly, Monica. She could have revitiligo.
I've got. What do you get when a vampire sleeps with a Hispanic man? I guess it's the 3 of y'all.
Blackula.
Hey.
But yeah, so clearly she's had like multiple children with multiple men. No, because she even says in like
back on the race train.
She even like Katrina says at the start of the show, like she's like. They talk about all the insults that their mother uses in every situation when she's like verbally abusing them, and like most of it is just beep beep beep. But like between like 10 seconds of beeps, there's like one point where Katrina's like, "You dirty Hispanic beep."
Okay,
I don't know if you remember that at all. But
I blacked those out.
Come on now. But that
was accidental.
That's what made me remember it, is that she did have specific terms of like Latino racial slurs that were used against her. But yeah, so this woman just like anytime they'd like get into some sort of like argument with their mother, which seemed to be 100% of the time, it would just be hurling that sort of abuse. And they played recordings. Excuse me, that's my second goal going down. They played the phone recordings of the different conversations, and like the black son is just like, you're getting defensive, and she's like, well, you're being a fucking
you're being a the thing is, like, this whole episode was someone accusing someone else of calling them a terrible word.
Yeah.
But like, it's on daytime television, so we have no way. I mean, we can assume, but even like Dr. Phil just being like, I've never, what did he say? He's like, in all my life, I can't get the fucking. We were doing such good Phil McGraw accents before.
In my 44-year life, in my 22 years of it was 44 years of marriage.
Yeah,
I have never raised my voice at my child, and the mom's just like, well, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. He goes, I have never called my daughter a beep,
which is just
she goes, I'm proud of you. I have.
Which is just another example. I nearly just slipped into the character when I was actually trying to talk.
Just another example.
Another example of, which we'll go into a little bit later, but this guy's just pure evil. Like, he's like, he uses example after example of like, I would never do this. And like, you need to get help because you're a bad person for doing this. And like, we kind of watched a few clips at the end of the show. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but we watched a few highlight clips of different Dr. Phil episodes where this guy, he pitches himself as a doctor, as a psychologist, and as a therapist who wants to help people on his daytime television show that gets millions of views and drags their profile through the mud.
Yeah, he I mean, it's like Jerry Springer. It's basically Jerry Springer, but like packaged up and pretending to be a bit more highbrow.
At least Jerry's just like,
this is trash.
Yeah.
He's like, this is, and he's quite open about it. And Dr. Phil's like, I still have my integrity. My wife will sit here with me and endure this.
Yeah, and his wife is just sitting there the whole time. I can't tell if she's like just panicking or if she's just literally just frozen like a statue just from all the Botox.
Well, they just started it one day. Like, she was always just kind of around. And then I think like season 14, he just like started walking out with his wife at the end of the show. And everyone loved it. And they were like, do more of that. So now she's like, I got to go to every fucking screening. So he walks out with his wife at the end of every show, like he did in this one.
I bet he had like some sort of like
matrimony
Hollywood moment where he took advantage of a couple of guests or went out on the town with a couple of young ladies, and his marriage was. I'm completely speculating. Just making. I bet
100%.
Oh, I fucking reckon that he cheated on his wife, and then part of keeping their marriage together was them walking out to the show every episode.
That's from Jake, the Dr. Phil insider. Done his research.
Hey, listen, I'm as qualified as he is. Okay,
yeah, it's true.
We're on episode 18, mate. Okay,
but yeah, they know. My favorite Dr. Phil clip of all time. We watched it before. He kicks a guest off the stage who you can find it on YouTube. He brings in a guy who's got a company called Bum Fights.
It's so good.
So he does his little intro package and he's like, hey, I'm Scott. And he's got his hat backwards and he's like,
just
fucking
biggest frat dude you've ever seen.
Yeah, absolute Chad. And he's like, I find homeless people and pay them to fight each other. And like, I found a guy on crack and his teeth were bothering him. So we gave him a pair of pliers and he pulled them out. I gave him $20.
We don't take advantage of guys. Like, I found a guy and I said, like, how much money you want? And I gave him $20 and he went and got a raw frog from a Chinese supermarket and ate it in front of us.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't even pay him in money. We just give him a bottle of JD. Hey, that's what they want. It's like, oof.
I'm creating art here, but I have my boundaries. I won't do hardcore porn and I don't film death.
Yeah. And he's like, when I go out in the street, I don't see homeless people. I see talent.
I see an opportunity.
Yeah. These guys are talent. People want to see it. I've made millions of dollars off homeless people.
People just want to see violence, and I'm here to do that job.
I don't make the rules. I just play the game. So he gets this guy onto the show, and he's sitting there, cuts back from the package, and Dr. Phil's just standing there, and he's like, I don't want to do this with you. And before like he even says anything, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the guy's appearance? And I didn't even notice what he'd done, but I was like, Jacob, where's all of his hair going? Because in the package, he had like a full head of hair.
Like a number 3 shave, but very thick hair.
In the clip when he's live in the studio, he's shaved his head all the way back, so it's just the Dr. Phil strip around the back.
The penis head.
And he's grown out a shitty mustache as best as he could.
And he's put on a fucking Target suit.
He's put on a big grey suit. And I was like, why did he lose all his hair in the matter of like a month? Jacob's like, he's dressed up as Dr. Phil, dude.
I can't. You're pitching this as your favorite Dr. Phil clip, and you're missing the most crucial clip.
I have watched it so many times, and I never noticed that. I never knew he was dressed up as him.
If he didn't dress up as Dr. Phil, and he just went on the show as Scott, the fucking bum fight dude, from fucking the wannabe jackass guy.
Yeah.
But a lot more dirtbaggy.
Yeah.
If he just went on as that guy, Dr. Phil would have like taken him apart.
Entertained him a bit.
Yeah. But the fact that he came on like
ready to go,
pretty much a mirror image of Dr. Phil with his penis shaved head, dirty mo, and a cheap suit, the ill-fitting suit. He was just, like, Dr. Phil just saw the red flag and was like, this guy's just going to like make a mockery of me. I can't have him on my show. So good. How can I exploit you when you're exploiting me?
So Dr. Phil puts a pin in it straight away. It cuts back to the studio and he's like, stop the clip. I can't do this with you. I'm not going to have this conversation with you. And the guy's like, what do you mean? Like, you've flown me out here to LA, you put me up for 5 nights in a hotel to get me on the show.
You filmed
you
a
knew
whole.
This was coming.
Your producer came out and filmed like a whole synopsis thing with me a week before to say what my bio is.
Yep. So you knew what you were in for, and the guy just fucking gives it to him, and he's like, "What? You're gonna kick me off stage? What? Because you think I'm exploiting people?" Dr. Phil's like, "Yeah, you are exploiting people." And he's like, "It's no different to what you do every day on this fucking show. You bring people on and you air their problems to the world. You're no better than me." And Dr. Phil's just like, "Keep telling yourself that, buddy."
Yeah. And all you hear in the silence is like between the applause of Dr. Phil going, "This is despicable, get off my stage." And then when like Scott tries to talk, there's just one audience member, actor, just on the back, just like,
Plant.
"Stop talking to Dr. Phil. Get off the stage."
Like a fucking cheerleader.
"Stop talking to the doctor, mate.
Yeah, he's a rock star, dude. Stop talking to Dr. Phil.
Your appointment's over. Get out of the clinic."
It's like, just call him Phil McGraw. Just call him Phil.
Mate,
Stop talking to Dr. Phil. It's so good.
He's been working on his shitty TV doctorate for 19 years
Yeah.
now. He's earned that title.
Yeah, there's some really fucked up videos on YouTube of him treating patients like terribly.
Like
and-
subjects, more like.
yeah, like lab rats. And in ways that an actual psychologist would never do. And there's a great series on YouTube, you can find it. It's like a real clinical psychologist who does videos breaking down Dr. Phil clips of like, okay, so this patient is showing signs of this symptom and this symptom. What you would normally do to treat someone like that is to make them feel comfortable and put them in an environment where they feel care and trust. Let's look at what Dr. Phil does. And he's like, "You can get the fuck off my stage," to this like 14-year-old girl.
Yep.
Because she's like, what'd she say? She addresses to the audience. She's like, "And y'all can laugh at me. I'll be the spectacle, you know?
That's right.
You know, I'll be the celebrity. Y'all can laugh at me. I don't care." And Dr. Phil just like, "You know what? We can end all this. All this." Hood Phil. He's like, "You know what? We can end all this. We don't need to do this because you're getting a very melodramatic and it's a bit too much for me."
Listen, I'm not here for the melodrama. Liar.
Lies. And she's just like quivering in her boots, and she's like
crying.
She's crying. This 14-year-old girl who's just reaching out for help, and she's like, "Is there anything that I can do to fix this? I didn't mean to offend you, Dr. Phil." And he just cuts her off. He goes, "No, you have offended me. You can go now." And security just walks this girl off, probably to her impending death.
Yeah, and she's like, "I'm so sorry if I didn't mean to. If there was, it wasn't my intention to insult you or anything like that."
Get out.
And he's like, "Well, you did.
Yeah.
Get out." and like it's those little blips.
She's mentally ill.
Like 1 in 1,000 episodes, he'll show his true colors. Like most of the time, it is what you tune into Dr. Phil for. It's photo where you're looking at these people with serious issues where they're just like, it's a drug addicted mother or like this like prissy little princess who's been running up her dad's credit card and is just like, "You didn't buy me the Mercedes that I wanted, Dad." Yeah. And he's able to just go, so Melody, tell me about this car. I think it's an absorbent amount of spend in the car. And she's like, "It's because it's me. It's not you. This is my show now."
Yeah.
And that's like that's just him salivating like, "Oh, we're going to dinner tonight."
Yeah, this girl looks crazy. But it's when it only ever gets nasty when someone's calling him out on what he actually does.
Correct.
And she's like, "Okay, the crowd's laughing at me. I'm your spectacle." Or the other guy, bum fights guy, going, "You exploit people just as I do. There's no fucking difference." It's only then when he's like, "I'm not fucking doing this. It's getting a bit hot for me."
Think about all the shows where that's probably happened, where someone has actually said something eloquent and like they've gotten down the conversation and he's just like, cut that out.
Yeah. Cut that out.
Yeah, the robot's just
Yeah, Dr. Phil breaks.
syntax error. Dr. Phil does not compute.
Cannot therapy.
Yes.
The best, I know I said before, my favorite Dr. Phil clip of all time. My other favorite Dr. Phil clip of all time, which is actually just really sad.
This is becoming a Dr. Phil.
I've done a bit of this. I came prepared. None of it in this actual episode.
Tom and Jake's Dr. Phil take.
He sits down with Shelly Duvall.
No, does he?
Yeah, the actress
Yeah.
from The Shining.
So explain who that is to the.
So Shelly Duvall's an actress. She was most notably known from The Shining. She's the wife in that. Who's Jack, honey, I hope I haven't upset you.
Yeah, super melodramatic.
Yeah,
she was also in
Come here, honey. I'm not gonna hurt you.
All you do is talk. And wasn't she also in? I mean, not as famously or not as well known for, but wasn't she also Olive?
Olive oil in Popeye.
Yeah, with Robin Williams.
No wonder she fucking went nuts. Two biggest ones were Jack Nicholson and Robin Williams. Directed by Kubrick in The Shining, who just fucking like
bullied her.
There's behind the scenes footage of Kubrick just like he was like, I'm trying to get her into character. I need her to be stressed out and worried.
Yep.
And it's just Jack Nicholson and Kubrick just giving her shit for the whole thing. Her hair's falling out.
Yeah.
In the making of she's like 26 in it. And she's like, yeah, Stanley's pretty mean to me. And he's like, come on.
Not even like,
Shelly, I need you in character.
It's like, if you've ever watched Family Guy, how the whole family treats Meg is how Kubrick treats Shelly Duvall. Just like, yeah, listen, I know that she's like a young actor, but I'm really just like, not even like trying to like get the emotions out of her in like a way of like most directors would with actors. It's just like, I'm just going to pick this person apart until it's no longer a human and they're just like this frantic, erratic like being on camera.
And then press roll.
We got it.
Good take.
I see an Oscar.
So
she's on Dr. Phil.
So she's on Dr. Phil. She lost the plot a little bit. I think she's still alive, but it was really sad. She's like schizophrenic. She put on heaps of weight. Like she just looks awful. If you look at her, it's like, there's not a whole lot going right for her. She's had a hard run, and she sits down with Dr. Phil and she's talking about like the UFOs that talk to her. And she's just crazy. Like she just sounds like it's the ramblings of a crazy person.
She's gone off the deep end.
Yeah, and she's like, there's something like seriously wrong with her. And a lot of people put that state that she has ended up in back to like the Kubrick treatment that she got. Who knows? But I mean, it probably didn't fucking help. But you know, I don't think you can completely destroy someone's like the rest of their life and their mental well-being through like 6 months of filming. But who knows? Challenge accepted. What do you think?
I'll do it to you through 1 hour tonight, mate.
Let's go. I'll never be the same. But she's like just ranting like a crazy person, and Dr. Phil's sitting there, and he's not like, "Holy shit, this person needs help." He's like, "Tell me more about the crazy green man that comes into your room
just
at night."
Dissecting her, yeah.
And it's like, don't fucking like ask more about the shit that doesn't make any sense. Like she's too far gone to get any answers out of her. You're just exploiting her and getting more. Tell me about the crazy shit.
But that's not good for views, Tom. You need to fucking add fuel to the fire.
Yep. The people need to see. He's doing this as a service. I came on here. I got you on here to help you, Shelly. She's like, I don't understand what the word help means or who you are. Who are you, Dad?
Pretty much, yeah.
She's fucking lost it. And he's like trying to give her advice of like, I think what you need to do is focus on yourself.
He's just holding his fucking shitty little mustache, trying not to laugh.
She's like, I haven't slept in 13 years. He's just fucking, losing his mind at it. Yeah, so he got a lot of shit for that. It's those little lapses of perfection when he toes the line. He normally toes it kind of relatively well, and then he slips over, and it's like, oh, you've been exposed as a creep.
Absolutely,
A bit of a weirdo.
And like, you don't even need to see the slipovers to see like how evil this guy is. Like this episode, and because like there's no slip ups in this episode on his part.
Yeah,
but there's
apart from his like, he just gets real shaky.
Yeah, there's just like him just pointing at the camera like he's Darth Sidious, just doing his like fucking force lightning without the CGI in it.
So. He's just like getting a bit geriatric and like old man ranty.
That's exactly what it is. Just like him trying to calm them down, but it looks like he's just like flapping air at them.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm such a good person. I've never yelled at my kids before, and I do this. I'm going to break. Wow, Dr. Phil. Producers. All right, and fade up. Cut to the NASA room.
Get this guy just inject him with Xanax between breaks because he's getting too heated.
It's just Ed Harris in the Truman Show, just like, all right, Phil, yeah, that's perfect.
Do you remember the section of it when like he's like, I've been doing this job for 19 years. I know a lot of people in the industry and they give me credible information. You're going to sit here and tell me I'm a liar? You're a liar. I know things.
Yeah. People come on here and they think they can tell me whatever they want. They don't realize I got resources. I got people that know things.
Like he's the CIA or like a secret service.
And that's when he gets real heated. He's not even talking to them anymore. He's talking to himself and his cameras.
And his ego.
His ego. And he just feeds it, gets a bit red, hot under the collar, and then he's like, I'm going to break. Go to ads. It's like,
fuck this.
3 people are sitting on Skype who need genuine help, and he's like, people come on here and I'm so good and I got researchers. I got a whole team of people. You think you can pull the wool over my eyes? God damn, I'm going to break. Go have some KFC. It's like, when does a therapy happen?
Yeah.
When do I get help?
And then, well, it comes at the last 3 minutes of the show where he comes back from commercial and he's like, listen, don't think I'm going to solve all your problems right here. I'm a therapist. It doesn't happen in one session. You got to pay me multiple times to one of my professionals.
I've got other therapists under me who do the grunt work, who don't get to come on television and rant and rave.
It's not going to happen today, but for 52 easy payments of $89.99, then I can help you in the future. Maybe.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that.
Okay. You get 1 week free trial, okay? And then you're locked in for 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You get a week off. Hey? Good deal.
Evil dude. And then the plugging doesn't just end there. The plugging ends with
oh yeah. So he cuts to his wife at the end of the show, who's been there the whole time and just getting cutaways of
statuesque there.
Doesn't say a word. Just
It's Miss Collagen. She can move a smidgen.
Never throws to her because who knows what's going to come out of that mouth.
It cuts twice to her and she's just doing a Sarah Jessica Parker smile from Sex and the City. Just
And she goes, he goes, okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the show. And there's just one last thing I want to talk about. My wife has a podcast. It's called
I've Got a Secret. What?
Okay, for context, 4 minutes earlier, you were talking to children who have been sexually assaulted, and they're on your show. Fast forward. My wife has a podcast called I've Got a Secret, and the artwork goes up, and it's big, goofy, and pink, and she's in, like, pink, like the Peace Sunnies.
Like glam sunglasses with, like, a cocktail dress on. She looks like she's like the cover of Miss Congeniality.
And he goes on to, like, a 2-minute plug, and he's like, now, I'm not just saying this because she's my wife. She gets a whole bunch of great people on there, and they talk about some really good stuff.
Name plug.
Yeah. They get this guy on. He's got some secrets. They get this guy on. It's a whole heap of good folk. Oh, Katie and Madonna is still there on screen. Maybe you guys could do with a little bit of listening to I Got a Secret by my wife, Robin McGraw.
You're not the only one who's got secrets. My wife has got them too.
Okay. And they're all...
Guess what? It's Botox.
I've got a secret. Marry rich kids. Marry a therapist who doesn't mind exploiting people on television.
We're 300 years old. We've been having stem cell milkshakes for the past 80 years to keep ourselves alive.
But yeah, so it was just an insane way to end it. It was, and then they walk off happy as Larry, and it's like, oh, they're such a good, happy American couple.
Cue the canned audience again, just clapping. Yeah, just got Santana up there, just...
That fucking outro, dude. It's just, you know how Ellen's guy is like the black DJ who like dances?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, their version of
I'm
that.
doing good, Ellen. How you, baby?
How you, baby? I know you hadn't looked at me in 3 years, and if I stand too close to you, you're going to send me home.
Well, look, I mean, Dr. Phil could probably use him. He's a free agent now that Ellen's been caboose.
No, she's back.
What?
Ellen's back on the airwaves.
Fuck off.
Yeah, she's been back for a little while now.
Didn't she
did like an apology episode.
Didn't she abuse like staff members and stuff?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Yeah. If you stood too close to Ellen, no, she would make you chew gum if you went into her office.
Why?
Because like your breasts stink.
I haven't eaten today and I brushed my teeth.
Yeah, you're an intern. It doesn't smell like money.
Oh, Jamie just walked in the... Jamie, is Ellen married to Portia Dorothy? Thanks, mate.
Yeah. That was as decisive as his yeses get as well.
He was just aggressively nodding the whole time, knowing what I'm going to do to him if he doesn't fucking agree with me.
Yes.
You're going to get the Dr. Phil treatment, mate.
Until he finds out that you find out that he didn't research properly and he might be wrong.
You didn't verify.
Corroborate your sources.
Fuck it, get Keith in here.
Slim Cock, do some research.
Jace Meg, you've just moved up the list, mate.
Jace Meg, Slim Cock, and Jamie.
Part Australian, part cheese.
Yeah. We're gonna have a whole couch of just the fucking celebrity. All right, today we have Jace Meg.
I'm just closing the door and Maura Doris is there, just like, guys, what about me?
The Hall of Fame. Her doing an Irish jig.
Gordon, come on now, do the Gordon. No, fuck off, all right?
It's just a green room full of all them. Slim Cock, my dad, talking to Maura Doris, going, your food's shit, love. Come on, lads, do a dance with me.
That episode with Gordon didn't do shit.
I thought you guys were better.
You still haven't changed your name.
I'm glad we didn't do a how did they turn out 6 months later episode on you guys.
Yeah,
you're still dancing in the kitchen.
Yeah, to go back an episode, they're very select with like 5 weeks later, I returned back to the restaurant.
Yeah, 5 weeks. It's like go back 5 years later. See where we are then.
Love to see Dr. Phil do a 5 weeks later.
Oh.
I can't, they're all dead.
Yeah, everyone's group suey.
Just chop suey themselves. Wake up! Wake up!
Dr. Phil. Wake up! You wanted to. You wanted to.
You signed the agreement.
What this relationship needs is a hero. You wanted to.
We can do another episode, but it's gonna cost you. All right, so what do you rate this fucking slug of a human?
Yeah, we're not rating the episode, are we? We're rating Phil.
Just this absolute leech and human carnate.
Dr. PhD, Dr. Phil. He gets as a guy.
Yeah, because it's the guy in the show on the same thing. You just like made everyone quit who's got headphones on. It's like, fuck on hell, man. This isn't ASMR. Stop blowing into the mic.
Dr. Phil gets 3 stick-on mustaches out of 10 as a human.
Okay. Yep. No, that's fair because at the end of the day, the 3 points is still for like entertainment and you've somehow managed to have some sort of career for 19 years, which is more than like most of us can say for ourselves, even if you are exploiting most of humanity.
The other 7 is like made up of integrity and like being a good person and like actually caring about people.
And hairline.
Yeah.
Way back.
Fuck, dude. I want to get that image of the bum fights guy dressing up as Dr. Phil again.
It's like I just been that bald since he was like 12 or something. Like, because that is just
the
cleanest head I've ever seen.
Yeah. So 3.
Yeah, okay.
What do you give Dr. Phil out of 10?
He's getting, what does Dr. Phil get from me? He is getting 1.5 cuts to commercial with canned audience.
Nice.
Out of 10.
1.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Fuck, you need to stay home from work a bit more. You need to watch some daytime TV.
I was sick, Tom.
I didn't say today. Saying you need to do it more. You don't do it enough. You look very ill though.
I look sick, man.
Boss, I can't come in. I've got 2 shirts on.
I'm looking loud.
I haven't even buttoned them up. I could not show up today. I'm sick.
Yeah, turn up to work looking like this. Like, this is just not going to fight. What? It's a collared shirt.
I told you I'm sick.
Go to the Bahamas after this.
Can't come in today, so I'm taking a rad day.
Yeah, 1.5 because he's just. You get that because there was some sort of entertainment and we will like there was some sort of laughter in it, which we do get out of majority of our shows that we give low ratings to.
Yeah,
but like this is almost like as bad as Bogan Hunters.
Yeah, as far as close.
This is pretty close.
On a deeper level, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I mean Game got to recognize Game. The man's been doing it for so long.
I don't know how you do it, but...
And listen, I'm still hoping one day we get on the show.
We get on... Yeah, Doc. We're showing this straight away looking like this. He's like, y'all can go home.
This is despicable.
I'm not insulting the intelligence of my audience, by putting you two rugrats on there.
Bum, 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 bum.
Tommy.
Fuck you, pay me now.
Fuck you, Dr. Phil. You are a piece of shit.
He's like, that was great, but you need to go.
The package is us. These boys have a podcast. Shut up, Grainy.
They might be a part of today's society by having a modern sort of media, but it's got nothing on daytime television.
No.
Just gets like private investigators to dig up all of our like dirt.
Yeah, we come on and just lie our way through it. No, we love you, Dr. Phil. We never did an episode of you back in 2021.
So
I know things.
So I noticed back in 2009, you said some pretty heinous things on MySpace.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Don't deplatform me,
We shouldn't have poked the bear. The very bald bear.
We should have done a background check on ourselves.
Who's got time for that?
Fuck. He'll be nice to us.
And if you're still listening, thank you so much for making it to the end of another episode of On the Air Tonight.
Yeah, I need a pee. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm Boston.
You can go. I can wrap this up.
Nah, go.
No, thank you so much for joining us. If you did enjoy us, please like and subscribe on our YouTube. Jump on our Instagram and Facebook to follow us there so you can always keep up to date with everything OTAT.
And share it to your mates if you like it.
Mm-hmm. And on the...
No, please. Why? If I'm the one who needs to piss, why do I keep extending the fucking show?
And on that note...
Fuck. Stop ending shows in farts.